Well, hey everybody, we're here to play some D&D tonight. We're going to play Wildemount Beyond Amends. Thank you for priming the chat for us, everybody. So Cranky and Robo Raygun are already chatting it up. What's up, guys? We got to get a few things off the top here. First thing is Skull Splitter Dice. If you're in the need of some decent amazing, it's actually just amazing. Remove the decent. Some great dice. Go to Skull Splitter and use the link on our Twitch page, and it'll get you there. And then you can help support us, help support the channel. Use promo code FeatherFall for 10% off your order there. Second sponsor is going to be Found Familiar Coffee. If you are interested in, having coffee during the quarantine, we all need it because, I'll be honest, I go to work every other week, and I refuse to drink the communal pot of coffee that everybody has because I'm not getting COVID, folks. I have to bring my own coffee. I have to bring in my own coffee to work.
Found Familiar Coffee for a taste of the familiar.
For really.
No.
I mean, for real, you have to. And you just go to foundfamiliar.com/featherfall and get 10% off your order there. Use promo code featherfall. Last sponsor, we're doing this really quick tonight, is going to be Ty from DM Emporium. Ty, take it away.
DM Emporium, it's going to be your one-stop shop where you find everything on the DM. You get dice, coffee, cups, all sorts of good things in. You can even find a Ty Star and anything that you could ever need for you. Enhance your tabletop experience if you use the code FeatherFall. That'll get you 10% off of your order, and 10% goes to building up this wonderful basic queue with all these people so we can continue their path to partner. And back to you.
So, for those of you that listen to podcasts at 0.5 speed, that made perfect sense. Go to DM Emporium for all of your D&D needs. Dice. Dude, nobody listens to
Maybe.
Yeah. DM Emporium, all of your D&D needs. Promo code FeatherFall, 10% off there, I believe. 5%, 10%. It's a percentage. It's more than zero, folks. In these times, we need it. So that's our announcements. Really quick. Schedule changes, maybe a little bit. Every Wednesday, we're here playing Wildemount at 8:30 Central Time. If you're in podcast land, YouTube land, come join us for all of these great games so we can, make that couch to 5K marathon we're trying to do. We're on day 2, slowly getting there. But we're going to do it. Twitch partner, we're trying for it. Lofty goal, but we're there. And then, so that's Wednesday nights. Every other Saturday is going to be our Gateway Wars with Harvey Barrel as the DM. The inaugural session was last week, so not this next weekend, but the weekend after. It's a good time, and it was crazy. And Harvey is he's ready to go, and I love it. And I mean, he's bringing some nice change to the channel. He's got a physical game piece going and with minis and everything. We don't have that here. We all use digital, so it's a fun time if you're interested. Then every other Sunday, this Sunday is going to be Curse of Strahd, where we just had a tarot reading from the lovely Madame Eva. And
is this your card? That's not how this works.
We are on our way to hunt down some Strahd killers, I think is what they're called, specifically in the game. So be sure to check us out every other Sunday. Starting next Tuesday is our first Call of Cthulhu game. Chris is going to be DMing that. It's going to be a great time. Watching the chat, it looks like a lot of fun. He's also going to take a first stab at running a Twitch stream, so be sure to everybody join and make him nervous. And then every other Monday is going to be our one-shots. If you want to come play with us, join our Discord. This coming Monday is They Fled From... I screw this name up.
They fled from the forest.
I screw this name up every time.
No,
They fled...
You got me backwards. It's from the forest they fled.
Yes, thank you. From the forest they fled. We got a great cast going, some new faces that we haven't played with before, so it's going to be great. Join our Discord, hang out with us. And then every other Monday, opposite of those, is our Star Wars game. So, fun news for everybody. We are migrating from Force and Destiny, the Fantasy Flight games, to a Star Wars 5e reskin. It's going to be amazing. There's a whole community for it, and the writers of it are awesome. Gonna be great. So be sure to yeah. You kind of, yeah. So there's some pretty cool force powers that we can change around and play with. It's a easier mechanic than what we were seeing with the Fantasy Flight games, and I think it fits our playstyle just a little bit better. So it should be fun. But that's every other Monday. I think that's it. Chris, you got anything? Anything I'm missing? I don't think so.
Man,
I think that's it. We got it.
Don't
That was
forget to like, subscribe, and use your Twitch Prime in order to subscribe to the channel, so that way we can help build it forward to the path to partner. And if you're listening live, don't forget to catch listening us to podcast or any recorded version. Catch us live so we can talk to you in chat, and you can provide us, the players, with our desperately needed dice and advantages. Please, we need more. We've got a cult who's going to kick us out of town, and Bilbus is still on the loose.
I love it. So you did it better than me, but you did remind me. Cranky, I know you love those channel points, friend. I have given a 50% discount to everything.
Oh, shoot.
50% discount, maybe going forward. But double check, you can use them right now if you want. You can use 2, redeem 2. But yeah, 50% discount. I will also say, if you are a subscriber, you will be able to name some NPCs in one of the campaigns your choice. So let's get into it. We missed last week. Unfortunately, we had some personal issues come up, but we're here this week. We're ready to go. And so last week, you guys were kind of dealing with the fallout of the Trust involved 10 pyramid scheme, cult, whatever you want to call them. Money. What is it? MG. What is that other acronym? MLM, thank you.
Multi-level marketing.
Multi-level marketing. Yeah, they were great.
Murderous level marketing.
Multi-level murderers.
You were
Multi-level murders.
dealing with that, talking with the Starosta, ensuring that you understood, where they stood on how that whole thing went down. So the Starosta did end up showing up, taking care of it, taking the prisoner back. You also informed some of the guards of the warband that's outside, and basically the party attacked a Mary Kay convention. Love it. Not totally untrue, but kind of untrue. They were a little bit more nefarious than Mary Kay. And
I don't know. Have you ever met a Mary Kay consultant? No, I'm just kidding.
And Flylon, you did not get your pink Cadillac.
Sadly.
Sadly.
Funny
Those
story.
products.
I used to drive a Mary Kay car. It was a Pontiac Grand Prix, and it was just pink enough. It was pretty great.
It was great.
I was in college when I had it.
That's amazing.
He's like, I'm not making any money.
Yeah, it was like
anymore. Please buy my car.
And then you guys decide to rest for the night, maybe wait till the morning to see what happens. Awoken to shouts of the Vile Five, the Nefarious Five murdering in town. From one Samuel Seabury, which...
That's the only note I took last time. Samuel Seabury, the Vile Five.
Samuel Seabury is a jerk.
We're the felonious 5 at most.
Sub now.
But yeah, that's where we pick up. I do believe, Branch, you woke everybody up, and the comment, "We need to get out of here," was made.
So this mobs is where it officially becomes too much trouble for me to. This is ridiculous.
You're saying you want to leave completely?
Well, I mean, is there a reason to stay? I came here to enjoy trust, and this is. I mean, this stuff leads to hangings, and that's not what I'm about right now.
What about the festival? Like I said, festival, yes. But we have the Starosta on our side. Like,
What about the horde of cultists outside the city who will murder everyone?
Yeah, there's that.
who is this guy?
He is selling that his name is Samuel Seabury. The infamous, the salacious.
Sounds like a jerk.
You said very little. You said there are 5 of us and we are murdering people, but if we are not in a group of 5, perhaps.
Let's see. We could go try to talk to them and talk to the crowd and turn them to our favor, but that could go wrong when we are in the middle of a mob again.
It is better not to risk hurting townspeople, and I feel that we may do that.
And as the conversation you guys have kind of between people talking, you can hear the uproar outside and the rabble that's happening. It seems to be growing. As you know, Brant, when you looked out initially, you could see maybe 3 or 4 or 5 people. If you look out now, you'll see 10, and people are yelling not so nice comments.
Hey, Lysander, do you have any of that fancy magic to change your appearance?
Unfortunately, I don't. I wish I did, though.
Me neither. I was thinking if anybody else has it, we could change the way one of us looks and go and find out some information.
We had a long rest, right? This is after we slept?
Yeah,
correct.
Morning.
Let me do that. Take a long
Finally,
rest.
it's been a while.
I mean, I could cast invisibility on myself or somebody else. I can't do it to everybody.
Are there any buildings within 15 feet that I can see through the windows of?
Yeah, I mean, there's enough around.
What I can do, I can manifest my echo instead of that room and just transfer through it and go out the back door over there. They will never know where I am. Since I'm probably the second most obvious of us.
I can cast invisibility as well and disguise self on myself. So that can take care of 2 people. But where are we going?
Well, should we start with the Starosta and see what she has to say about all of this?
We might, we might need her to come in and squash this uprising here. I mean, after all, we are doing work for her.
Right.
Froilan, are you okay with going in disguise and
Oh, yeah, it is
talking with
not
them?
a...
Okay.
You want me to speak to the crowd?
Well, maybe find out exactly where they came up with these ideas.
Also, you want me to approach the Samuel person?
He seems to be the ringleader. But, I mean, maybe start on the outer edge. I'm not sure.
I can do
he is
this.
shouting if you just want to listen to him. Like, open the window.
I can do this. I can make myself look up like anyone about my size, so perhaps not a tiefling. But whenever we are ready, who would want to be invisible?
Right. Well, Brant, you are going to zip across over there and out the back.
That is my plan anyway. We'll see how horrible it was when the people over there are like, "Who are you?" And then they throw me out in the street and we get stabbed 14 times. Well, see, if there's no one there, then it's okay.
I feel like that maybe you can put it out the back in an alley or something instead of
There's lots of options.
breaking
Maybe
into
roof.
someone's home.
It was just the first I was thinking of going from home to home and just down the street quite a bit and then onto a roof or something. But then
But we are already
are
Zavile 5 and then you are breaking and entering.
I didn't break anything. I didn't break. I didn't enter. I was just there.
You entered if you want to be specific. I'm just saying perhaps let us not invade someone's home.
Right. So, Shall one of us gather intel and another, or more than one of us, talk to the Starosta?
Yeah, I
I'm-
think that is best.
I mean,
Either way,
I'm-
should probably get the focus off of Yoda's place here. I don't want that to
yeah,
consequences.
okay.
And at this point,
I'm happy-
it's harder to
Okay.
hear each other talking as the crowd is growing, and the yells and it is piercing these walls.
Perhaps there's little point in attempting to hear what is going on. It seems it is getting a little bit out of hand. We should simply leave.
I agree.
Yes.
If I may make a suggestion, I have several ways to escape. I can teleport, I can change my appearance, I can go invisible. And if we want to keep this place safe from a mob of some kind, perhaps I should be a distraction while the rest of you head to the Starosta.
I'm on board with that idea, yeah.
I also have my echo that I can get myself out of trouble if I need to, but I am a little sturdier if they do end up catching me.
Can you teleport if they end up catching you?
Yes, yeah, I can trade places with my echo, so I can
that's
throw my echo
true.
out the roof, swap out, and be out of there and running on a roof or something.
Can you then go invisible?
No, I could just keep running across the roof, throw the echo across to the other roof, and swap it.
We could both do this, and then they're chasing two people.
Split the crowd up so there's less trouble for both of us. That's not a bad idea.
That is good. Amethyst, Lysander, are we going out the back? And
Well,
if they're
I
taking
think
the
I'll
heat-
make. I mean, I've got blue hair, so I'm pretty distinctive. So I think I'll make myself invisible, but I'll head out the back with you in case my my other abilities are needed. How does that sound?
Perfect. So are we meeting at the Starostas, all of us, all five? Okay.
That's where I'm gonna go.
All right.
Yeah.
If we can shake them, we will head back. If not, I'll meet you at the edges of town. But hopefully we'll be able to shake them.
All right. Yeah, I'll kind of head towards the back of the nestled nook, about the back door.
I will follow.
Okay.
I'll, I guess, head towards the front. Did you, Brent, want to maybe start on a roof?
You see, he pulls a finger across his chest and then pulls the spark from, and then he kind of flicks the trail, and you see his echo kind of appearing, crouching up at the top of on a roof, and so he can instantly get out. It's like, all right, so should I start up there and then see like, hey, everyone calm down, and then if they try to get me, go there, or should I start on the ground with you so that way we can?
I think perhaps start on the roof. So, what do you feel is best?
Well, I just don't. I think if you are so much easier to get than I am, then they will not split up. Is my only concern.
I suppose we can both go at the front, and
Alright,
then.
so- And
Do
then,
you want to go left or right?
I will go left.
Okay, I will go right.
Back. All right.
Okay, and Amethel, you're going to Viz and out the back. Okay. So we'll start. We'll start with the crew going out the back. Who's leading that party? Is it going to be Quince, Invisible Amethel, or Lysander?
Well, I assume Lysander's the sneakier of us, so I would maybe
assume.
be behind him.
You know what happens with assumptions, right?
I'm well aware. So yeah, I'll be kind of like hand on Lysander's shoulder.
And so
keep
just
behind.
to orient
Correct.
everything is where the crowd is would be to the right corner of where the nestled nook is. So if you're going out the front and you go right, you'll kind of have to skirt by the crowd. If you go to the left, you're going opposite direction. if you're going out the back and choose to go left out the back, you're going to kind of run into where the crowd would be. If you're going to the right, you will instantly not be where they are from the back. So as you walk out, you can see that you can hear the people in the crowd just yelling. They're mad. And I don't want to describe it as the pitchforks and fire, but it's like rabble, people waving stuff. What are you doing the moment you get out of the nestled nook?
I am going to look all around and just kind of see what's around and try and go the way that is the path of least populace.
Okay, so that would be to the right.
Yep.
And you hear, Lysander, as you're kind of walking to the right, somebody stops you. What? Hey, do you know what's going on? I hear yelling. It woke me up. I live right up the street.
Oh yeah, it woke us up too. I haven't quite figured out what they're rabbling about, but I'm just trying to go do some shopping with my friends here to go get some food, and they're kind of in the way, so we're just going around this way.
Well, yeah, I just hear Vial 5. Have you heard of that? I mean, what is that?
I've heard of it from this group, but I haven't heard it before, and I have no idea what they're talking about. But it sounds like it's a group of a few people. 5, I guess, since it's the Vial 5. And they don't sound like they're a great group, to be honest.
Isn't that like a splinter cell of the Trustin 10? Like, they kind of went off and did their own thing. I don't know.
So maybe it's not the Trost 10, maybe it became the Trost 5, and this is now the Vial 5. Ooh.
It could be because they were all murdered, right?
Oh, yeah, so they were murdered. There are only 5 left.
Ooh, there's our story. So 5 of them were killed, and the Trost 10 became the Vial 5. There we go.
Well, you should go find out
more quietly.
Oh yeah, I'm on my way.
I'll kind of pat Lysander on the back and give a little push.
And I will move on and let him go. Let this person go do their thing.
Yeah, they continue.
I think in this situation, Lysander, we should talk less and smile more. Just keep walking.
I love it.
You hear a little laugh from an invisible Amadeo at that point.
Did you know those that run their mouths off wind up dead?
Leave Brant out of this.
To be fair, I was continuing the song lyric that Mr. Two Socks decided to bring up. As you guys walk right, you see that there are people kind of like, looky-loos, doors open, people are, trying to see what's happening. People, you'll see people peeking through their windows every once in a while. But other than that, it is smooth sailing. So to the people leaving the front, how are you all doing this?
I just plan to step out.
And did you?
No fanfare, but
Hey, it's me. No, did you disguise self?
no.
Okay.
I look like I'm saving that. I can only do it once a day, so I'm saving it for. All of my tricks are being saved for the getaway.
Okay.
Good plan.
And
So-
Brant?
Brent gonna no weapon but shield out to block thrown things, just in case. And he's gonna go out first, just walking casually, like he doesn't even see the crowd or know what's wrong at first. Just to see how they react.
Are you going by the crowd, near it?
Just walking out the door to see what happens then kind of get a suss out the situation first to see if they're just like, there's one, get him, sort of.
Yeah.
Thing.
Sure. So as you walk out the door, you see the numbers are growing. You'll see people coming from maybe all over to just walk and just stand there. And you hear the sounds of the crier that was there before are being drowned out by the people in the crowd shouting, get him! Kill him! Stuff like that. I mean, it's mob with pitchforks and fire ready to hunt down the Frankenstein.
Can we see Samuel from where we're at? Is he like standing on something?
He is, but you can only see the top of his head. The very top, and it's a very shiny bald patch. And it's almost like a white circlet if you were to see the whole head of just hair, where the top is just completely white or bald. You can't see much beyond that. You can't see clothes, attire, anything like that. But you can faintly between as the mob quiets down, you could hear him continuing to spout this filth in regards to the Vile Five.
Does he at any point like describe us, like physically, or is he just saying that there's 5 people who've been murdering?
Hard to tell. You may have to step in a little bit closer to hear exactly what he's saying. But I will say, Brant, you did hear at the start out-of-towners, people who are not from Trostenwald, people who have been here under the Starosta's watch or command.
I have a terrible plan for this. No, that's... Look at all these people that we're welcoming to our town with right in time for the biggest festival what we're famous for. Let's get mad at all of the people who aren't from town. These people are just.
Well, not everyone works for the Starosta.
This is true, but it's just it's ugly.
Mobs are a bit dangerous. Is anyone actually paying attention to us? Because I mean, if they're not, then I'm gonna start walking.
Not right as you step out the door. They're not.
Okay. I think perhaps we should still split up and take different routes to the Starosta. Yes?
Yes, yeah. I will go. I guess is there one route that's probably a lot closer to them. I'll take the one that's closest.
Okay. I commend you for your bravery.
He said, getting ready to kill me.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Of the people in the party, we picked the person on fire and the person who looks like a demon fish to be. I mean, we are pretty distracted.
Yes.
So will I be? Is the crowd big enough that I have to like skirt the outsides of the crowd?
Yes. So it's 50 people at this point, and it's ever growing. As Brand, as you walk towards it, you hear one of the people from the outskirts of the mob go, There he is! There's the outsider! And make a dexterity save.
Okay, not bad. That's 18 plus. The 30's minus 1, so it's a 17.
Yeah, you're able to, hit stuff off, but heads of lettuce, cabbage, stuff is getting thrown at you now.
Please, keep your food for yourselves. I've already eaten breakfast this morning.
Travis whatever he's eating is getting thrown at you. It is just whatever people have in hands. At this point, people start taking notice. Flylon, as you head the opposite direction, very well unscathed. But you start to hear rocks get thrown. And maybe, and luckily you kind of block all of them, your helmet on and your shield up. And then the crowd gets a little feistier. And so somebody from a person right behind the person at the end, pushes the person in front of them into you.
And careful then.
It becomes like this mosh pit of people just shoving, and it is getting out of hand.
At that point, Brent is going to yell, "You're hurting the people close! You're hurting people in between more than you're doing anything to me! Who the hell is yelling at me and why? What is my name? Who are you?" Who even stands to yell at me?
And as you're
Come on,
yelling,
you're hurting children and people who are in front of this. You're acting like morons.
as you're yelling, you see the Crown's Guard finally coming in. Like, oh, break it up. What is going on? Everybody needs, and there's 10 Crown's Guard at this point. But you hear, as the crowd kind of like, oh crap, I don't want to go to jail type comments, you hear Samuel Seabury still yelling at the top of his lungs, they will kill us all, the File 5. They started with the Trust 10, and we're next, people. Do not let them...
Who are you? Who's still talking in the back there? What's your name? What are you talking about?
He doesn't respond, and he just continues
Are
down.
you a coward? You seem to be a coward who wants to only hide behind your fear and fear-mongering. You're telling these people to be afraid of people coming into town for no reason. You are being illogical. Come speak with me. I will assuage your fears. You're being irrational. Come here. Come on.
No, he ignores. He stands up there, and
I start walking to him.
Am I heading in that, because we split up, is he kind of in the direction that I'm heading?
That's your call, to be honest. If you want to, as you notice that's happening, if you want to kind of move your path that way, if it were mine, you would probably have gone.
I'm trying to get a look at him, basically.
That's what I'm trying to do now too, since the guards are here.
Yeah. So as you look at this guy, it's a short, portly fellow.
Do I see any markings on him or anything that would indicate like Cerberus Assembly or anything like that?
You do. It is, as you get closer and you see it, it is a Cerberus Assembly insignia on like his upper breast.
So, as I keep walking, it's like, oh look, the Cerberus Assembly has been known and trusted. Why are you smearing their good name? Clearly, nobody from that organization would say such things, or stir up a mob and create justice without trials or without any true justice.
As you're yelling at him,
That would be ridiculous.
He continues repeating the same sentence or the same.
Until I'm face to face with him. And Brand's pretty tall. Am I as tall as he is on his box?
Oh, you are taller than he is. He's probably like 4'7", short human. Clearly he's overweight, but he stands tall, and as you're standing there, you look down because you're so much taller than he is.
There, now we can speak without shouting. And I go to shake, and I reach out my hand to shake his.
And you see, he's trying to murder me already. He is, folks. We cannot trust the Vile 5. Crown's Guard, I need your help. He's accosting me.
All right then. I turn around. There you see. He lies before you. He lies all the time. You see, nothing has happened. He is here to make you afraid of nothing.
And you hear from the crowd, what happened to the Trust 10?
I don't know. I've never really found out what is the Trust 10. Does any of you know? I don't.
And you hear one lady speak up. I was there.
You were there?
They murdered them all.
Oh, and what's your name? I'm sorry, I'd like to see who was there.
And she emerges from the crowd, and you notice it's Amber.
So
my good friend.
I was there. I saw the whole thing.
From that.
What Samuel speaks is the truth.
Who is Samuel? How do you know his name? Because you are working with him. Because they're lying together to you. This is ridiculous. 2 people to tell 60 what to do with no evidence, no ideas, only fear. I want to speak to you through sense, through at least a little logic and some proof of what happened. They are telling you to be afraid, to override your minds. I'm telling you, let's talk, let's listen. They shout over me. They do not talk to me. I try to engage them. Consider this.
And you hear the crowd. But
I know,
they're
right?
all dead. So clearly there's some truth in what they say, even though they don't speak directly to you. Okay. And you hear somebody in the back go, yeah! And then 2 other people over here like, rebel.
So people can only. So there's only one side to every story. Do you know ours? I was almost killed. My friends were almost killed. There was 12 of them and 4 of us. They all drew swords and tried to kill us. She leaves this part of the story out. And of course, none of this is said under oath. None of this is said in a court with facts being laid down. You can trust. Why would you trust my word over theirs or their word over mine? I'm asking to have a conversation instead of.
Well, she was there. They had a witness.
I was
and,
there.
Samuel, you hear Samuel speak up and go, "You can't trust anything the Vile Five says. They will get close to your heart. They are working for the Starosta. You can no longer trust the Starosta, folks. I am here to tell you that it is not okay. Please be aware. Please be aware of your surroundings. Watch these 5 people."
This is classic tactics, actually. See, now he has delegitimized somebody that you have trusted in power. Who is this man? Do you know where he comes from? Do you know what he does for a living? If he were to try to sell you an onion, would you take it from him? You know nothing of this man, and he's telling you to disrespect and disregard your Starosta for no reason.
All I know is we have multiple trust-involved townsfolk that have wound up dead at the hands of these people. There have been multiple murders other than the Trust 10 here in this town. What about old Bernard? And you hear somebody in the back go, "Yeah, what happened to old Bernard?" And then you hear, "What about Bilbus? What about all of these other people who have wound up dead since these folks from the outside have arrived?"
Is Bilbus dead? Did somebody kill Bilbus?
We know
killed
Bilbus is dead.
Huh?
We know Bilbus is dead. We found his body.
Not Bilbus. Wait, I thought we found what's his name's body.
Bilbus was dead under the bed.
Yeah, we found Bilbus was dead.
I'm thinking of Tip. Sorry.
You're wishing for Tip.
Just wished.
Sorry. So it's one of those. You're saying the 99-year-old man down by the docks has died, and well, you know, I was there with him as he left the world. He sat on the couch and closed his eyes.
You were there when he died? Do you see this, folks? There's too much coincidence, and let me tell you something about coincidence. I don't believe in it. There is a bigger plan here by these 5 members, and we need to be careful.
Samuel, see, I'm trying to speak to him directly, and well, he is trying to make you afraid. I'm trying to speak to you. Of course, the old man that lived by the docks was going to die. If not for these circumstances, would any of you be surprised to hear that the 98-year-old man is passed into this world? Not only that, when we found Bilbus had been dead for weeks and rotted. There's no way we could have done it. We weren't even in town. You've just proven your own lies with just your ignorance.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
There it is.
I thought you were going to say intimidation check, but he goes with the dex save.
8.
8. Yeah, this time, while you're trying to talk to Samuel, pelted in the back of the head with some kind of food item, and it hits your helmet and just squishes and kind of runs down underneath your armor and your tunic that you have underneath. And you hear the guards finally... What do I need the pens for, Cranky? Come on. So at this point, you hear the guards finally step in. All right, break it up. And they start, I don't want to say aggressively, but they start moving people out of this herd. Break it up. We're all civilized people here. If there was a crime, it will be done by the Starosta. And you hear Samuel pipe up, "The Starosta is a part of it. How can we trust?"
Then I turned around to Samuel, and inside of my helmet, and I get very close to him so only he can see my eyes flare with flame, and be like, "You play a very dangerous game. I saw your camp outside of town. Take a breath. Talk to me."
He gets a small chuckle and continues. He chuckles as you say that, and he's like, "As do you." And then he reapproaches the crowd. "Everybody, please be aware. If not for me, just think for yourselves. Think for the evidence that you've seen. Multiple people have died. Multiple people have died as soon as these travelers showed up, please
Now he
everybody.
calls for logic after I've been calling it for the whole time.
It's logic
Yes,
the whole time.
listen to
It's
him.
been logic the whole time. Please
Another
think for
thing,
yourselves.
Get around. And you know what? I bet he would not be as calm when he pelted in the head with anything. So I'm not saying test it out. Never do this. This is mob mentality and to be frowned upon.
Yeah, is anybody paying attention to me?
No, they're honed in on Samuel and Brant.
All right. Can I stealth before I do this first?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let me see if I'm hidden enough.
Oh man. Should have played a character.
No, never mind. I can't find anywhere to hide, so it's fine.
Okay.
I'll just wait. I'll just chill on the outskirts.
I mean, Robo Raygun in the chat. So far, the evidence is pretty convincing. I mean, I'm not trying to get Twitch chat against the party, but so
It's fine. We're
so-
terrible.
Oh,
We've killed
he's
so
trying
many
to make us
people.
murder hobos. He's pushing us ever closer.
so as
They're not.
go ahead, Lynn.
They're not even remembering that we dealt with the demon dogs or whatever they were.
To be clear, facts and truths are scarce in this conversation.
I know.
So, but Robo, that's exactly what all the villagers are saying. How is this my fault? This is the first time joining this rabble. I'm here to hear the evidence, and it sounds convincing. But as the guards finally step in, they're taking their pikes and halberds and whatever to just use them as separators, social distancers. And
Do
so
I see Thompson among them?
no, he is off shift.
Okay. All right.
And so, yeah, just getting people. The crowd dwindles to about 3 or 4. Samuel's still there. He's quieted down.
Is Amber still there?
Amber was one of the ones that left.
Can I try and follow Amber?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So
Not like I'm trying to just like, oh, she's going that way and walk that way.
no, yeah, I love it.
She hurt my feelings.
So before we go down there, Lysander, Amethyl, and Quince, what are you doing? Because you can hear all of this, and you can definitely hear the tit for tat that's happening with Samuel and Brant.
I think before anything else, upon hearing that, Quince, you're gonna feel Amethyl's hand on your shoulder as she just offers up vigilant blessing.
Yay!
So that means that you have advantage on the next initiative roll.
Nice. Ooh.
Just in case.
So, at that point, I'll start heading back around to the back where I think everybody else might be and try to meet up at the Starosas covered in goop.
Yeah, I would have continued walking until I heard Brant start talking, and I would have stopped. And maybe about the time that the guards show up to try to disperse the crowd, I would have maybe started slowly heading back the other way to try and get a view of what was going on in case we needed to help him out. I don't know if Finn or anybody else would have followed me.
I would have been like, oh, they are pissing him off. This is not good. He's got his helmet on. That is doubly not good. We may want to just stay out of sight, but in sight, just in case.
We don't need them knowing that there's actually 5 of us together. It's plausible deniability until all of us are together.
True, but if something's going to happen, it's going to happen quickly, and we should be at the ready. And I'll take a moment and cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
Just that's an 8-hour thing, so might as well do it just in case.
Yeah, this will be fine. So as Frylon, back to you. As you see the crowd dispersing, you see Amber in the middle of 5 people, including herself, and they're asking her, "So what did you see? What happened?" And she's kind of regaling the story of what happened out there.
I call her name, Amber.
Oh my God, that's one of them. That was the one that recruited me into the Trust End. That. Oh.
Oh my God.
Amber,
1 second, and
I'm glad to see that you're all right.
Yeah, I barely escaped with my life.
Yes, it was helpful when I teleported you out of there, wasn't it? I hope you have a good day. And then I leave.
And then,
Oh.
as you say that, she turns to the other four and is like, I thought I was going to die.
I leave and I head towards the Starosas.
Okay. And Brant, back to you. So as the crowd has dispersed, you, Samuel, are there, and then there's 3 or 4 other crowd members. You see the Crown's Guard, all 10 at this point, coming closer to both of you.
Yeah.
Disturbing the peace is we're gonna have to throw you guys in the tank for a bit.
I figured.
So easier this is, the better.
Oh yeah. I just start taking my weapons and handing them over to the guards. Armor, I'll take it off when I get there, I guess. Yes, my shield.
Yeah, and just slaps it on you. So you're manacled. Samuel is manacled as well. And as Samuel's being, locked up, he's like, "This is where it ends, folks! Please, please, watch for me. I will not make it out of this prison. I am trying not to die a martyr, but folks, I think it will be. Please."
Oh, come on. You don't think I'm that stupid, do you? Come on. Let's go to jail now.
And he just Brant, as he's turned his back to the crowd, and it's only really you can see his face. He just smiles.
I just nod. I don't know
And then he
why.
takes a drink or something.
Then he takes a drink of something and no, I'm just kidding. No, he's going to jail. Wolf.
I was imagining he was setting himself up to kill himself to make it look like he did it.
Yeah, he pops his tooth. It's actually a cyanide pill.
Cherry Italian ice tooth.
So yeah, we have one of our murder hobos in the chat, folks, that tried to attack the guards. His suggestions: attack the guards. Don't do it. Kidding. All right. So what is Phylon? As you see Brant being put in manacles, Quince, Lysander, and Amethyl, you all see these 10 guards surrounding these two, clearly the troublemakers of the group. I mean, it couldn't be more obvious.
There's so much to do.
Yes.
I mean, Brant could get away if he wanted to, and he doesn't look distressed, so Phylon is just like, I'm gonna just keep going to the Starosta. That's probably where he's headed anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Amethyl, Quince, and Lysander?
Seeing him get locked up or handcuffed, I'm heading back to the Starosas. I'm staying away from that because she's our best chance to get them out early. Or get them out early. I don't care about Samuel.
Yeah, I think Amethyl's going to stay invisible and try to eavesdrop at the Starostas, just in case. See if anybody drops any info that they might not. If they knew she was there, but she's going to stay hidden.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow Lysander. What kind of about face at the same time, I guess. Yeah, he must have. He was using his words. That's why he is now in handcuffs.
Yeah.
As opposed to if Brant uses his words or his weapons or anything, his handcuffs.
It does not look like Voilan is in cuffs, so it must be not because we are the Vile Five, but because he was using his words.
You can see as you kind of look back to Brant, Phylon's further down the street.
Okay. I think we stick to the plan. We reconvene with the Starosta, and then we try to work our magic with her, and we can get Brant later. He'll be fine in jail for a little bit.
Yeah. And just as a reminder, we do have a D4 out there. Brant, you didn't need it for a persuasion or intimidation check, so it is out there for Cranky. Thank you, Cranky. This is a reminder, folks, if you got them channel points, go ahead and use it. The party is kind of trailing, I'll say, maybe a few steps ahead of Brant and Samuel, and at this point, 8 of the other guards have trailed off. It is just 4 of you, Brant. And Samuel, you're walking side by side. He kind of looks at you and goes, "Why did you get so angry?"
Why did you get so angry? There's a lot. You're not the only one who can act.
I'm not, and if you were to assume that I'm angry, that this is a gross miscalculation.
No, you were yelling and trying to create fear. You're not afraid of anything.
Oh,
You're also pretending.
There's a difference between yelling and proclaiming.
Why give me the master course? Are you planning on offering me something?
Oh, no.
Oh, that's too bad.
I imagine at some point we'll be planning on killing you.
Well, that would be a waste of me.
Well. Potato.
You should state more than the obvious. It'll make this conversation a lot more interesting.
So, what would you like to be? What would you like me to be more obvious about?
Oh, why you care or give a crap about what you're doing. I don't know. Who the hell you are, what you came from, what you're doing. You're pretending like I have all these cards I don't have.
Well, okay. You pretend like you have cards, and that's the difference.
No, I don't.
You are but a gnat.
Right,
that keeps pestering.
You're very powerful. Let's keep going. I'm not pestering anybody. I don't even know what you're doing.
I'm not. To be clear, I'm a messenger.
From whom? There's pointless to have a messenger a messenger with a mysterious message from someone is meaningless. I could say I was sent here for nefarious purposes, and there's nothing behind it without a name.
But
without even more than the Cerberus assembly, which who knows if you even are.
But that
why would I
is your
trust
downfall.
anything you said? You've given me no reason to think that you are doing anything but lying. Give me something. At least if you're going to play with me, do it right. The game is no fun if you're pretending like you've already won.
But that's what you think it's a game. For me, it's not a game. You will just be, you'll be a dead bug on the bottom of my boot.
Great, wonderful. You would need to start wearing larger shoes then. You also need a step ladder and a lot more people to lift you up, and great if you have that, but literally, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what's screwing anything up for you. I don't even know what your ultimate plan is. I do know one thing, though. There are 2 types of corruption. There are the approved government corruption and other types of corruption.
2 types and then other types. I feel like you may not know what you're talking about, but...
Oh, I've told you that. I've straight told you that. You're just... You think you're funny now. You're a comedian then. I don't take comedians very seriously. And you're not even good at heckling me. You can threaten me all day. If in a fist fight, I will destroy you. There will be no evidence left that you ever existed. It doesn't matter. See? The threats, they mean nothing to you.
Just like your as you say that, and he just kind of sniffs and, raises his chin a little bit. Phylon, as you type that in the chat, with the guards are like, what are these guys talking about? As it gets a little bit more hostile, they kind of push on the manacle and behind the shove your back a little bit. Hey, let's keep it down. Let's just walk. I really don't want to have to wait 5 minutes for him to go first and hold one of you back because you 2 won't shut up.
That's fair. Standard protocol.
And he just continues on. At this point, the rest of the party, you guys have, you all have reached the Starosta's. Were you going to the barracks or to her residence?
Seeing that it's early morning, I was assuming her residence first, and then if she's not there, we'll...
She did leave and go to the barracks to talk about the warband that was outside. So
that was last night, right?
Yeah, that was last night. So she would probably still be there.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I forgot that detail. Yeah, we'll head to the barracks then.
Okay. Which is, oddly enough, the same place that Brant and Samuel are going. And you see the Starosta, bags under the eyes, tired. She has a tea with her, and spread out is like a map of trust involved in the area, and you see little pieces on there. Oh, yes, thank you. It's been a day. I'm glad you all are here. And at this point, I would say Fwylon, Amethyl, Lysander, and Quince all arrived at the same time.
Mm-hmm. On the map, are there pieces like where we said there were the band of orcs? Well,
warband. I don't want it to be specifically orcs. There were goblins, hobgoblins.
Warband.
Yeah,
okay.
Warband is more appropriate. Yes, so it does look like the information you provided last night did turn out.
Good.
We were able to drive them off. They've scattered, but
we have determined that we are not liars.
Well,
or give us a false information, right? Because there's something new that we need to talk to you about.
And she does the Captain Picard facepalm.
As you can see, we are down one person. Brant is not with us. He is probably heading to the next building over. He is going to be in jail for a little bit. Not sure the reasons why, but there was a group of people. Would I have seen the Cerberus? How do you say that?
Cerberus.
That's it. Cerberus. Would I have seen that symbol on him?
Probably not.
I went out back. Yeah. Okay.
You can retcon a perception check if you want.
Am I there because I saw it?
Yes, you are. You are.
Okay. I saw it, so I would have passed that along.
Yeah, the Cerberus assembly was outside of the nestled nook, riling everybody up. There was quickly 50, 60 people screaming to kill us. I assume we are the Vile Five. They're calling us murderers. And you know, in good faith, that we did not murder anybody just out of any reason other than self-protection. And these people were planning something bigger than just selling lotions here at the Zenith Festival. They were going to, I believe, incapacitate many people and then may possibly go and steal their things.
And as you're saying this, she walks up to like a bookcase, back to you. Turned around. What is it with you five that cannot just keep peace for one day? Tomorrow's the Zenith Festival, and I don't need this right now. And you see that pure frustration.
I still believe that we are doing more good than harm. We told you about the army that is approaching. We uncovered some of the nefarious deeds of these Trust Involved 10.
These are the only reasons you are not in jail right now.
Well, then I would say, what did we do that is negative? These are the reactions of some outer groups that don't like what we are doing because we are the thorn in their side and
which may be the case, but the problem is the investigations aren't complete, and
getting interrupted.
Exactly, and you are on my good side, and I'm doing everything I can to prevent the bad side, right?
Well, can we get Brent out of... He should not spend any more than 5 minutes in there. I mean, make him sweat a little bit, but we should get him out. And that Samuel Seabury should probably stay in there. He is inciting a riot.
I do not wish to tell the Starosta how to do her job, but if Brent is released, we cannot keep Seabury. It will just prove his point.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's true.
Maybe
drunk tank for Brant, huh?
Well, he, like I said, he can probably stay in there for a little while and be okay. He might enjoy his time in there with Seabury.
But you make a good point, because if I keep them together, though, Samuel may wind up dead.
Well, Samuel is part of the Cerberus assembly, who we found had corresponded with the Trostzenwald 5, who we also recovered extremely strong paralytic notions from. So I mean, there's good reason to have suspicion of him, but it is perhaps not good to keep two people for very long without a trial.
And she just heavy sighs. Is Brant on his way, did you say?
Yes, they were right behind us.
And she yells over you to the guard at the door. Please bring both of them to me. And I'm sorry, Fwylan, were you saying something?
Only that you should be aware that Seabury was also implicating you. That is what I meant by him being proven right if you release Brent without releasing him also.
Yeah, I'm not terribly worried. My name, gets dragged through the mud every day. Somebody doesn't like what I do. Somebody hates what I do. Somebody likes what I do. I mean, it can't please everybody. And at this point, you see two guards escorting Brant and Samuel in here. All right, you two, explain yourselves.
All right.
That's what I was thinking. Do you want me to cast it right now?
I was thinking out loud.
I think, because Amethyl has intentionally not said anything. She stayed invisible, but if she casts that, she's going to go visible, if I understand correctly, because it's not greater invisibility.
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Especially if it's concentration.
Yeah. So I'm happy to drop that and surprise people and be like, guess what? It's the truth.
Brand's gonna be like, well, we've seen that this Samuel is a very talented liar, so it'll be my word against his, unless there was some way to ensure that neither one of us was lying. That sure would be nice, but... Oh.
So, it's a 15-foot radius.
Can I offer you some zone of truth in this troubling time?
It's a 15-foot radius. You're going to catch probably Brant, Samuel, but not the Starosta. She's on the farther end of the room. So, what is this? I don't have a character sheet for Samuel, but
all right.
we're awesome guys.
Here's my side of things. I woke up this morning with this man yelling outside of the window, trying to create a mob to come in and attack what he called the Terrible Five, and he was using lies to tell them that we were a big threat, and he told us that he told them all that we were we were outsiders that had come over. He questioned your power and told them that you were also corrupt, and then he's trying to overthrow and cause some serious problems. He threatened my life. He said I was going to be a bug underneath his shoe. That was funny. He said that I'm messing with powers that I don't understand, that I'm playing a game that I don't understand, that he is far more powerful and there's far more going on here than just us here. That's my side of the story.
Well, what he said is true.
I have reason to suspect that he's either from the Cerberus Assembly or using iconography from the Cerberus Assembly. For some reason, his camp was suspiciously close and had some of the it's some sort of paralyzation agent that they were planning to pass out to people in the town during the festival, while using people who didn't know actually what they were doing, and by lying to them, telling them it was just a hand cream. So I believe that the intent was to have them try it on, be paralyzed, and then do something else very strange and nefarious. Was that your camp outside of town?
And he addresses the Starosta directly. I have it on good authority that these five murdered the Trostzenwald 10, and that we all can't deny that there's been mysterious deaths, and it is not a crime for me to make highlight of that.
It is a crime to say that we should kill them, and say put a bob in motion. I believe that is a crime.
Brent?
Sorry, I will stop talking.
No, you are currently in the zone of truth. Yes?
This is true.
So, when we say that we did not attack to kill until they drew swords on us, until the Trosten Volten attempted to kill us and did in fact bring 2 of us down.
Oh yes, I was not
Is that
unconscious
true?
myself during this fight. Yes, we were completely attacked. Actually, we had just gone there because it was a strange note given to Bilbis that led us there. Bilbis, who was strangely murdered, that we had found weeks before we had ever come to this town. That note led us to them, and then the instant that Farlan was obviously not paralyzed from their agent, then they turned on her. They drew swords and tried to stab and kill her.
That is
Point
not
of order.
entirely true.
Point of order. I do want to say Phylon struck first.
Yeah, well, Phylon would have. Well, I did. When I noticed that the lotion was attempting to paralyze my senses, I did in fact hit the leader with it. Then they drew swords and attempted to kill us. I did not attempt to kill anyone until they nearly killed 2 of us.
This is true.
And Samuel will chime in. So it sounds like a simple case of self-defense against the attackers.
Is it
This is
normal? I'm sorry. I am new to the surface. Is it normal to murder people for slapping you?
No.
Well, it could be normal if you're afraid of your life is going to be put in jeopardy, that you're defending yourself. Yeah, that.
And if there are 12 of you on one, that is not an accurate case for self-defense. I was a guard, you know.
And the Starosta is going to say, "Stop it." Oh my God.
Sorry. I feel compelled.
I can't. Oh my God, I can't.
Is it not assault for them to try to numb the senses in my hand and arm? Is that not normal?
Say that again.
Is it not assault for them to attempt to poison my skin? Numb me?
The terrible things that can be done with a paralyzing agent are not to be misunderstood or underplayed, in my opinion.
I was informed it was lotion, and so I did not even give any sort of consent to be paralyzed or numbed.
At this point, I have no choice but to put Brant and Samuel back in the lockup. You other 4, you will remain very close until this investigation's over.
I think that is fair.
Guard, please escort Samuel. I need to speak to these 5.
I'm keeping up Zone of Truth anyway, for as long as I can. I've
Yeah,
got the 10
Brant.
minutes on it.
Yeah, Brant, you better not lie.
Can you like
I
shift
figured
it?
just yeah, can I? If she comes within the range of it, would it affect the Starosta?
Is it on a point or on you, whether the zone moves?
I think it's on the ground. It's a
Is it on the
15-foot
ground?
radius.
Centered on the point of my choice within
Okay,
range, so.
Yeah.
So Brent's going to stay exactly where he is. And just,
So yeah, the Starosta will walk up and say quietly to you 5, entering the zone of truth. She's not going to try and not save or whatever. I can't keep this from happening. You hear the people. They want justice for what happened. Whether it be fair or not, the courts will decide, and it probably won't end in your favor. So
you were looking for a scapegoat the whole time?
No, what I'm going to suggest is you leave. I don't want you to. And she chuckles a little bit.
You desperately want to.
You've helped, but you've also caused more headaches, which I can't, and again, in the zone of truth, I can't determine whether it's you uncovering more things that are causing the headaches, or you're the headaches.
Well.
So are we supposed to break Brant out of jail?
No, he will not be going to jail, and I'm going to suggest you lie low for a bit out of town.
Is there any way to get warrants for us going out in posters that we are wanted? Seems like there are a lot of holes in our safety for this plan. It's about time.
I can prevent that, but that's better than you being, the alternative.
So you are asking the 5 of us to leave. What have your scouts said about that warband that is outside of the city? Are they coming this way? You are exiling 5 steady hands.
They broke it up. So what we've seen is about 15 have been killed in the warband, and there's still 15 gone to the wind. Could be more, could be less, but this was from what we could tell, they were drawing maps, and this is a small scouting party.
You do know that Sibiru will use our escape as more ammunition against you. He is coming for your position. He wants to take over this city.
I do, and maybe you take him with you.
Wink, wink. I got you.
What? No.
Insight check on that, actually.
She's in the zone of truth.
Yeah. She's in the... Okay. All right, good.
Can I insight check to see if the zone of truth took a hold on her?
I don't know if you can tell that, but you go ahead and insight.
Take him with us.
Insight is +4. That makes it a die at 20.
Die at 20.
He doesn't even have a sheet. He's gonna die, and it's gonna be in our company.
No, he's gonna die, and we're gonna be blamed for it. That's
what I meant. He doesn't even have a sheet. He's just a commoner.
Brant, as you're kind of studying,
I know that's metagaming, but that's our experience.
as you're studying the Soros's body language, just inflection, everything like that, you get the idea that she's telling the truth. And then at the moment she says that, she's like, "That's probably would end worse." But I don't have a better suggestion.
Here's my question. I know all the signs are there that they're planning to do something at the festival. If we leave and we can't help, that's going to make things worse for you. Should we stay close by so we can help when things go sideways?
I don't know how to answer that. We've never done anything like this. There's never been this much, this quickly, in this town.
All right. Well, at least the trust was good.
Well, I do enjoy hunting cultists. Perhaps we can go find the rest of the Ravagers.
Yeah, maybe take care of one last problem for you, since you are being generous.
Are you going to be sending Seabury out of town as well?
Well, I can't. If we can't hold them for anything other than disturbing the peace, it's a small fine.
Fighting a riot. Where did he come from? Who is he?
We don't know. He's new here, just like you are. We are.
The Soros are brand new.
It's very strange for someone to stir up against, try to cause an outsider while being one themselves, but it is well known to be able to be done.
But it sounds like they have an agenda. If you found letters to the Trost 10, there's clearly something happening there.
Did we ever get paid for our last job? I don't remember if we ever had an opportunity for that. That's okay.
I thought we did.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Generally, I don't mean to, I can't remember if we got paid for the last job or not.
No, you've only been paid for the first one. And so we're having a discussion in the chat, and I'll ask the table's ruling on this. If somebody willingly does not make a saving throw, this rules specifically say the caster can tell if they fail the saving throw.
Right.
Yeah, but
Usually,
once they present the Son of Truth, they have to either choose to make a saving throw or not to, and the spell takes effect, and they would know who it's affecting. So if
Usually,
they wanted to resist it and tell a lie still, they'd have to make a saving throw. My opinion.
usually you have to, like what I've seen it done is people will say that they willingly fail the save. Like you have to
Right.
quote unquote make the save,
That's
but
fair.
you can choose to willingly
Yeah.
fail.
That's how I'm looking at it.
I just chose not to make my dexterity saving throw. Fireball has no effect.
Well, no, it was just interesting wording of the actual spell itself. You can tell whether they save or fail, but if you say I willingly fail to save, that I like as the framing of it. So yeah, Amethel, you know that the Starosta willingly failed to save, and you know that she is telling the truth.
Okay.
And she's going to continue and say, I don't have many other options here. I don't want to send you out because, deep down I know you're trying to do what's best, but there are a lot of weird coincidences, and general public, they don't care.
All right. I'm just saying, be on alert. Things, watch your back. Who knows what the sea berry is capable of, and you will see that weird things are still going to happen. I imagine different outcomes now that we are not here.
But how do I protect you? Is the question without showing you favor?
You don't have to. I think we are all willing to step away.
Yeah. I think right now I'm more concerned about how do we protect you, because if their intent is to remove us from having influence, disrupting their plans, then that will leave you vulnerable.
Okay.
I'm simply only thing standing in their way right now. I would only people you trust to guard you personally for the next little while.
And
Brent,
if you haven't,
go ahead, Lysander.
and if you haven't had something like this happen in this short time in this town before, not to question abilities or anything, but we don't know how well prepared you're going to be for this, and more help the better, right?
That's true. Brent, I'm going to put you in lockup. 2 of the bars in your cell are loose.
That's not necessary. I can just teleport with my echo.
Please make it
Awesome.
look like I didn't let you out.
I won't even touch your bars. Don't worry.
Brant, I believe she wants you to, so it does not look like you were released. It looks like you
yes,
broke
that's
out
me.
of the.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. I swear, I'm here. I promise.
It's been a lot.
But I will leave. I can spare 3 horses, and we'll have some rations in there for you. I will leave them outside the gate, the fence, tied up to the tree, to the northwest of the path. 5-minute walk outside of town.
Can you help somebody leave my weapons and stuff somewhere conspicuous so I can grab them on the way out?
Yep, it'll be right outside the.
Thank you.
Okay, and then at this point she steps back and picks up her speech level a little bit. Please take Brent into the jail. The rest of you, whatever. I suppose stay around. And a guard comes. The guard that brought you in is going to. Are you showing us your tea? Oh, I love it. The guy that brought you in is going to grab the center of your manacles and kind of pull you back.
Let's go.
Okay. Let's go. And so he takes you. You see Samuel Seabury sitting there, just sitting, kind of like, whatever, Gate opens, throws you in there. All right. I don't want to hear any between you two. Please shut up. And the guard will go out of the room and leave you there.
I'm gonna wait an appropriate amount of time before, so it feels like Brent actually broke out and didn't just immediately open the door. And then try the bars.
Yeah, give me a strength check. And so they're like, shoulder height.
I got a +7, so 24.
Jeez.
Nice.
And you give it 10 minutes. You hear the guards chatting outside the room.
Oh, sorry, 21. I added a saving throw on that check. Yeah, so it's no.
That's fair. Yeah, you grab one of the bars. Excuse me. And you can feel it's loose, and then the one directly next to it's loose. And then you kind of inspect around. You could tell somebody's been messing with it, and they just haven't fixed it yet. And a good, strong tug on it, and both come loose quickly. It's, and you see Samuel. Interesting.
Ignored completely.
But yeah, he doesn't yell, doesn't do anything, just sits there staring at you.
Mm-hmm. I figured.
It's a tight fit as you're climbing out. And I'll ask the other players, so Phylon, Amethyl, Quince, and Lysander, what are you doing as Brant's making a jail escape?
I'm waiting so I can cast invisibility on him.
Okay. Love it. So you're kind of hanging by the... nice. Well done.
I'm just waiting. As soon as I see him, I'll do that. I'll also disguise myself, just as like Amber.
Love it.
I'll look like Amber.
Wish he would have seen
That's
it.
awesome.
Okay.
So let me mark those off because I can only do those once a day.
And then, did I see where, I kind of got a general path of where I should go?
Yeah, you know where you're going. Amethyl, Quince, and Lysander, what are you doing?
I don't know. I think I might start heading that way. I know where we're going.
I will meet you on the outside of town. I need to go back to the tavern real quick. Just real quick. Is there? I imagine like the mob of people have kind of dispersed a little bit.
You see people talking, bigger, larger groups, not social distancing. Talking.
Shame.
For shame. Yeah, the bell comes out. Actually, Samuel Seabury starts yelling at him.
Yeah, Quince, before you leave Amethyl, she's going to really quickly cast guidance on you in case you need a little help with that.
I want to go there real quick. I'm going to say goodbye to Yorda, and I'm going to get 2 big skins full of the Tross.
He did need a shot, that's true.
No sandwiches this time, just Tross.
Peanut butter, egg dirt.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
And I'll kind of like walk on the other side of the street of any big crowd or any gathering of people. If they're not going to social distance, I will, and just
Yeah, they're talking loud enough so that people around them in the general vicinity can hear. You hear they're talking about what happened, and that this big fiery guy attacked the town crier.
So I got whisperers, motherfucker.
And they weren't helping their case.
I did so well.
But then you hear somebody retort, say, "Well, I think they're innocent. I think what they were saying was real." And you hear kind of like the back and forth debate that might happen of, in a smaller town. So you make it through the crowd pretty easily, unnoticed.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll just jump in and go beeline straight for Yorda. Yoda,
she's like, is what they say true?
No. Do not believe them. It is not true, and you know us better than anyone here. We would not murder just out of a whim. It was self-defense. But anyways, we are being asked to leave. But I need a couple things from you. I need these 2 skins filled with trust. I will pay you for it. Of course.
I guess as long as I don't get murdered, I can help you.
You will not. No.
You will not, question mark? No, yeah. Okay, anything else?
No, that is it.
Do you want any sandwiches?
No, we are good. We have leftovers from the last time. Yeah, so just the trust would be great, and if you could, you don't have to, but just never mind.
No, what is it?
Nothing.
You know when people tell you that they want something and then they just don't tell you, that's the most. Anyways, and she storms off.
I don't want you to do things more than you should. I was just going to say, you could defend our good name, but that might be putting too much on you, and you're in a bad spot, and I would not want that. So just know that we are not who they say we are. We are good people.
Well, I will say my encounters with you have all been pleasant.
Same.
It won't be. I wouldn't have suspected you of murder.
Well, you don't have to, because it is not true.
They were always really nice. You never would have guessed. Okay, so
as I take those, if she's done and come back, I
not
have
yet.
One more thing. Okay, I'll wait patiently.
Are you getting your books?
Yeah, I would. Yes, if anything was left in our rooms, I would grab those too.
Okay. Yeah.
I will take out, as she comes back, I will take out that golden feather brooch that we found in Bilbus's room. Here is this. I want you to have it. I don't really have a need for it. It's too pretty for me. But I think if you wish hard enough, you can. I can't remember what I wrote down. It does. It calls birds. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember what I gave you.
The exact, but if you're sitting outside and you just rub your finger on this, and it will bring out all the pretty birds, and they will sing. So you keep it. I don't need this.
Okay, sounds good. And she comes back as you come down with your 2 skins full of beer, which will probably be gross at this point.
And then I will take like the back door again, and then go back alley and kind of try to meet up.
Okay.
Triangulate with everybody else.
Lysander, what are you doing?
I was actually going to go back to the nestled nook to say goodbye to Yorda and grab my shit too. So I would have just gone with Quince and.
Oh well, you should have.
With her.
I should have asked. Sorry, buddy.
No worries. Yeah, I wanted to get some bottles to take with me. I wasn't going to have like skins filled up, individual bottles.
Okay.
And,
yeah, she'll.
That's it.
I assume you pay. A couple silver is fine.
Oh yeah, I would have left a couple of gold pieces behind as a thank you for letting me stay there for a while, since I was kind of living there.
She puts it right next to the. What's the other? Electrum.
Yes.
Not a thing.
Not a thing. Okay. Yeah. She. Well. Good luck.
Been a pleasure. Thank you.
If everything gets ironed out, you're always welcome here. You've been great customers. Okay. And Amethel, you were heading to the horses, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get things like prepped.
Okay.
I guess. Like say nice things to the horses, like okay.
Yeah,
we're gonna go on a trip.
And as you're pretty quick out there from the Sorostas, you see a guard tying him up to the tree. Like, I don't get what we're doing out here. But he ties them and then walks away. And then you walk up, and it's 3 horses with... It's got a bedroll on each one of them, and they each have like saddlebags full of rations, which a lot more than probably what the Starosta was proclaiming. So all of that is there for you. Brant, back to you. As you pull those bars and sneak out, you hear Samuel say, "I'll be seeing you." And you see Fwylon instantly as you're out. Fwylon, is that when you're casting?
Before I leave, I'll just whisper back, "Never forget your mortal. Bye." And then I'll leave.
As you're saying that, you like disappear.
Hardcore.
Love it. Yeah, and so your things are right outside the tent, kind of haphazardly placed.
Shit. We got to go. All right, so, that was terrible. All right, why would they be executed? It didn't make sense. All right, we got to go. Good, let's go. I will run alongside the horses.
Perhaps they have laws about death penalty for murder.
I mean, the evidence. I don't know the legal system. I don't think it would have held up in the chromacon. It's fine. We'll just go. And then he like starts to run alongside to the horses and.
We could share.
No, I'm much too heavy to share a horse, but I will run alongside.
Well, there's 3 horses. There's 5 of us. You could have your own horse.
Yeah, I'm only like 5.5 feet tall, so.
Okay. Yeah. So
share with somebody.
I would say Brant, Fwylon, you were there a close second to Amethel. It was very quick. I guess you waited 20 minutes, but the distance that Lysander and Quince had to walk, they are the last to show up. Nobody really... It's off the path, like she said. It's a good 5-minute walk. You can see the path from where you're at, but it is secluded in a, nestled of trees. So where do you guys want to go?
Still being invisible. I'm going to come up...
Yeah, not seeing Brant with the group, I would be. Where is he? I come bearing gifts.
So you've been studying me, have you?
I dropped the invisibility on Brent. It's like, yes, he always says.
Look at him right here.
I will turn around pretty quick, and I think I know your voice well enough. But yes, that voice of yours got you in trouble again.
Yeah, we were headed out of town either way.
True, but I did get you something, and I will pull out one of the skids and kind of push it up against your chest. Yes. This might be. It might be the last time.
And you, at this point, you hear the town bell start ringing.
Hey, we need to go.
Like the warning bell.
An attack?
Hard to tell.
Let's insight. Why would
Can
the
you
bell be
insight
ringing?
the
Could
bell?
it be for a jailbreak, possibly?
I don't know.
The vile 5 are gone. All is well, is what it means.
All is well.
What about a history check to try and figure out what those bells would mean?
Absolutely.
Why they would ring the bells?
And would we have heard those before being in the town?
You have not heard them before.
Okay.
So you can give me a history check. I like that.
I would love to, actually.
Yeah,
I have disadvantage because I have 1 point of exhaustion.
But do you feel that
Magic.
You have guidance.
Oh, I
if
do.
not, I can also give guidance.
Yeah, so we have a guidance. We have a D4 from Cranky. Feel free to just add dice, because we got another D4 from Cranky, by the way.
Just keep adding dice.
Nice.
It's an 18 on history for Amethel.
Okay.
At a 12.
You have a 12 with like 18.
That's at the +7 modifier, right?
So who used the D4?
I use my guidance D4.
There's a D4 from chat as well.
Amethel, did you use the D4 from chat?
No.
Okay, well,
No,
with a
that's-
17, you get it.
I'd say. Yeah, I don't want to use it. Mine, but
Being around some of these smaller provinces and towns, you get the idea that the bell is sounded for alarm. It's sounded for warning. It's sounded for something's not right.
Yeah, I don't know if that something being right is us or not, but the timing makes me think maybe it is.
Nothing right with me. Let's go.
Okay, and you guys make it out of town. Well, further out of town. Which way are you traveling? So the horses were northwest of the town. If you remember, the road kind of.
Which Foilon would want to head the direction that the Ravagers had been camping to try and pick up, because there were like 15 that were gone to the wind, and that's her thing. It's like, we gotta go murder those people. It wasn't murder before. These are cultists. It is now murder.
Brant is going to recommend heading north to Allfield to see if they're having any troubles with, like, just to see if they're a town affected, because they're the next closest town, without, and to see if there's if this is a common problem, or see how far it is spread.
Okay.
I would agree. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
how far is Allfield?
Couple
I'll ask
days.
that a couple days. The festival's tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh no! Eventually move that way. I'm down to camp out in the woods and wait to see what happens at the festival. If
Yeah.
that's what you're.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
That is
Uh,
probably
yeah.
best, yeah.
Interesting.
Lay low and stay nearby.
You don't want to look for the Ravagers?
No, we can do that as well. It's just I'm super curious to see how many things are involved with this plot.
It's entirely possible that those ravens show up during the festival. They may be part of what is being planned.
Yeah, let's pick them off now.
Because
That
they're
is a good idea.
temporarily.
They were
Well, I'm
a
saying, like,
scouting
you know.
party.
Maybe.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, you're gonna head back up, kind of by the crossroads, which was north-ish. Are you staying on the road, or are you guys hanging out outside?
Off the road, I assume.
Yeah.
Probably off.
Definitely off.
Okay, are you? So it's to the right of the road. Are you guys gonna cross at some point the road to get
Who?
to the right side, so you can?
I mean, we'll have to, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
Yep.
wait till it's super quiet, and then
Yeah. Further away
look
from
around.
town.
Yeah, so you guys get 10 minutes out. It's quiet. You haven't seen anybody for a little bit. You make the pass across.
What time is it?
It's like noon. At
Oh,
best.
okay, we're good.
Yeah, it's pretty early. So you cross the path pretty quickly, and then another 10 minutes on that side, you hear galloping of hoofprints.
Hoofbeats.
Hoofbeats. Thank you. I know a ton about horses, folks.
I'll be a resident horse expert. I'll help you out.
Yeah, no. So you hear just the hoofbeats. I wanted to say Prince again. You hear the hoofbeats just coming. From what you can tell, there's 3 people, 3 horses, and you see the Crown's Guard racing north on the main road. And you guys are slow. Maybe stop when you hear them, but then you see them a little bit later. You travel for another 5 minutes. You see them a little bit later to the north, and they're stopping and talking to people. Have you seen people? Have you seen anything? And that's where we're going to end for tonight. So I just want to say thank you, everybody in chat, for hanging out. I really appreciated all the D4s that are coming out. Remember, if you're new here and you haven't hit that follow button, go ahead and hit it for us. We appreciate it. If you're in podcast YouTube land, come hang out with us on Twitch. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. Leave us a review on podcast. Always helps. And at this point, we will say goodnight to you all. Be sure to join in on Sunday for our Curse of Strahd, Monday for the Forest They Fled. Nailed it. Nailed it that time. It was a questioning. The Forest They Fled one shot. Our very own Cranky in the chat will be in that game, so watch his wizard throw fireballs as he so likes to do in everywhere that he's at. And then on Wednesday, actually, we're taking the week off, so I'm gone Tuesday. If we remember, next Wednesday we won't have a game. I know, we got 2 weeks to wait.
We're gonna be in suspense for so long.
Oh, dang.
So much fun, though. But thank you, everybody, and we will see you guys all next time. So,
Oh, we're just getting raided by Manapot.
Yay!
Manapot, thanks for the raid.
Manapot.
We were just ending, but we'll go ahead and continue your raid now that we're there. So, do we want to pick who's out there streaming? Do we have any?
Let's see. Who be streaming?
Who be streaming? Hi, Manapot.
Raven.
I see.
Oh, Raven streaming, yeah.
Raven, TT2KB, DM Quicksilver.
I'll give Raven.
FeatherFall's rating. We should rate that. Oh wait.
We'll stream Raven. Thank you, Manapot, for the raid. We appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead and raid Raven. Tell Raven that FeatherFall sent you, I guess. I don't know. Or Manapot sent you. If you're from Manapot, tell him Manapot sent you.
Feather falling into chat.
Alright, we'll see you guys. Bye. Actually, we got 9 seconds of awkwardness, so now that I said bye,
Awkward.
I feel like it might be a bit awkward.
Oh yeah.
Bye, bye, bye.
Usually is.
What we do best.
Alright. Alright. We are done.